Who should be coaching LeBron and the Lakers next year?
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh.
That's the Allen Iverson step over there.
Okay, nice.
Little artistry, if you will.
Ty Lue, huh?
It depends on what we're trying to do. Are we trying to win a championship in L.A.? Is that still
Well, you
the
define.
objective?
What should they be trying to do? That's your coach pick. You're trying to win it all.
If I go and get LeBron James, then I got to put him in the best position to succeed. I know he succeeded with Ty Lue. I know he's familiar with him. I know that they are comfortable with each other. Anything else that you've put out there on the board, especially Bill Self, that is like way out there.
A good coach is way out there, but go ahead.
Well, a good college coach.
Right. Basketball coach. Yeah.
There's a big difference there in my mind, but we're talking about winning a championship. So Juwan Howard, that's Luke Walton. It's Luke Walton with less experience. I like the idea of Jason Kidd if you're going to take sort of an off-the-track choice. But for me, if you're trying to get something done in short order with LeBron James, there's really only one choice, and Ty Lue is it.
All right, Greg. Who you got?
I'm not going with Ty Lue. I'm going here with Mark Jackson.
Mark, last name.
I'm going with Mark Jackson. And the reason why, number one, I'll say, Mark Jackson's representation is who? Clutch Sports, may I add. Let me know that for number one.
So the bookkeeping will be tight.
I'm just saying it's Clutch Sports, but he holds Mark Jackson in a high regard. He respects Mark Jackson, what he was able to do on the court as a player, what he does now, how he's coached, what he's done with formerly what he did with the Golden State Warriors. So there's a level of respect that he will have going into this. Has he won as a head coach? No, a championship. But Ty Lue, he has won with Ty Lue in the East. This is a different beast. Mark Jackson has coached in the West. He understands what it takes to win in the West. And then you give him LeBron James, somebody who you're going to thrive with. He's worked with young guys. He's developed young guys. He developed that core that we see thriving right now with Steve Kerr in Golden State.
I like the choice. Can anybody pick holes in Mark Jackson? Why not Mark Jackson?
Well, I would say this as far as, some of the similar situations where I didn't work in Golden State. You have certain players that curse. You have certain players that are outlandish. And Mark, he kind of like puts a hold on a lot of that stuff. It's more of a clean run team. And it's hard to tell men what to say and what to do. And that's going to be a problem.
Again, for me, it's the timeline. Mark Jackson did what he did, and I was there front and center to see it. He changed the culture of the Golden State Warriors. He said, we're not going to be the same old Warriors. He implemented a defensive mentality that they had not previously had. But it took a couple years to do that. They're not there right now. I need a guy who's going to instantly take me to the starting line, and we're taking off chasing a championship.
Really quick question.
No,
did they have a LeBron James?
No, but they had a Steph Curry. They had a Klay Thompson.
Thank you. They had a developing Steph Curry.
I'm going to tell you why I like Mark Jackson. Anybody on this list, there's one guy that I know that has a big enough pair to stand up to.
And it better not be Self. It better not be Self.
I said Mark Jackson.
Oh, okay. My bad. I was about to run out of here.
Let me finish. I'm going to circle back to that in a second. But I'm just saying, Mark Jackson has a big enough, and I think that's most important. LeBron, when you go look at the success he had in Miami, Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra had a big enough pair to stand up to LeBron. Mm-hmm. That's the key. No?
Yep. And that's why my pick.
So did Ty Lue, did he or did he not?
Ty Lue took off sick, and I love Ty Lue. I've known him since he was a kid. I love Ty Lue. Ty Lue took off sick. Okay. LeBron wore him out.
Fair.
Mark Jackson ain't going to get worn out. And it's for the same reasons Steven's talking about. This dude is filled, and again, you don't have to agree with me. He's filled with a religious energy
that I love.
That supersedes everything.
I love
He can deal with LeBron James. He's not scared of LeBron James, even though they're both represented by Clutch. There's too much fear of LeBron James in the NBA. That's why I halfway like this.
I would think Jay Kidd would have the same onions and the ability to stand up to him. But again, to say it's how you stand up to LeBron. I can't just be telling LeBron what to do. I need to be able to persuade him that this is the best way to do it, and I need to listen as much as I have to tell.
A preacher. That's what preachers do. They persuade. Okay. And they use their bully pulpit to persuade.
What you said what you said and what you said. He has it all. Experience. He has the experience. He has the toughness. What else? What else he need?
He's won.
He's a snake.
As a player.
I mean, how many people does he have to snake before we can put that label on him? Huh?
Who has he snaked?
Look, the guy, Larry Drew.
You going by what you hear, right?
Buddies.
Are you going by what you hear?
Who? Brian Shaw, didn't he have the Brooklyn job? And
you assuming.
Went in and took
You assuming. Right?
When your best friends in Milwaukee hire you and they fire you.
I don't assume what everybody say about you on IG because I know you. So you can't assume.
Byron Scott is the name you're thinking of.
Byron Scott. But
the best person for the job right here.
If your best friends in Milwaukee hire you.
He's not hired by Clutch.
Why?
Because he has the experience. LeBron respects him. He can tell LeBron when he's wrong. He can hold LeBron accountable for all his mistakes, not playing defense.
Honestly.
The perfect guy. Nobody respects Lou Walton. Nobody.
This defeats the purpose of our conversation.
What?
We're approaching this from the wrong end. You need a GM. You need someone who's going to build that roster far more than you need a head coach. You can get any one of these guys can come in.
I haven't given my choice yet.
They're not ultimately going to be the solution.
I haven't given my choice yet.
He wanted to go last.
I want to go last.
Get the magic bullet.
Juwan Self.
Juwan Self. Oh, my goodness.
I like both of these guys.
Juwan's a respected guy.
Right, and Juwan, I know Juwan personally, covered him when he was the Fab Five. The guy has great character.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And
he does.
Scared of nothing.
Agreed.
Will stand up to LeBron. I'm not going to put him on Mark Jackson's level, but they have enough of a relationship that, LeBron, I think Juwan is a guy that would command LeBron's respect, and I just respect Juwan. I happen to personally, I've covered Bill Self for a long time, have seen him coach. To me, I would hire Bill Self and I'd trade LeBron.
Go ask 100 players in the NBA and ask them if they know Bill Self.
See, the issue
I would hire Bill Self.
Nobody knows him.
And
I don't
dump
have
LeBron.
I don't have an issue
Andrew
with
Wiggins
Ty
knows
Lue. I don't have
Look what you talking about.
Kid, but the Bill Self.
Embiid knows him.
The Bill Self.
Right.
The reason why I would have an issue with a Bill Self is because you need somebody right out the gate to have LeBron James's ear and attention. Bill Self is not going to have that. In respect, yes.
Mark Jackson.
J-Kid would have that. Juwan Howard would have that.
Mark Jackson, too.
And Tyronn Lue would have that.
The first time Bill Self puts a play in, runs a practice, and LeBron or anybody on that team says, that's not how we do it at this
Rondo.
Done.
Come on, y'all, we going to run this. You kidding me?
Done.
Rondo dusted immediately. I'll dust Rondo today. His days are numbered.
Are you
His
kidding
days
me?
are behind him.
Come on, man.
He's winning the championship.
You can't dust me. I'm not in the NBA.
He's part
you
of
won't score on me.
I'm not talking about playing.
He's talking
I'm
about
saying
getting rid of him.
I'm talking about getting rid of him.
Why would you get rid of an NBA champion, an experienced champion?
A decade ago,
you got a whole bunch of...
You know Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray
He's better
Allen
than a lot of those guys on the team right now.
And that's the problem. And that's why Rick made the point of they need to build a real roster.
No, they do. They do.
And again, I guess Rick's saying they need to sweep out Magic and Pelinka if they really want to have a chance.
I'll give them this summer to show me what they're capable of doing. But the reality is that the focus is so much on they're one piece away, they're a coach away, there's one fix. They're not anywhere close.
Nope.
Not making the playoffs and finding out exactly who you want to keep among these young guys, because you can do all you want during the regular season. Mm-hmm. You need to be in the postseason to show me what you're really about. When a team prepares for you, now I get to find out whether I can build with you or not.
Right.
They're not going to get that opportunity. So they are flying blind with talent that nobody around the league respects. So it's going to be a challenge to get anything for them. And you're trying to build a championship team off a lottery team.
And going into the playoffs, not knowing what guys can play in those big games and not making those big shots going into next season, that's something they needed to see. They need to see who they can bring going forward and who they can build on going forward. They can't see that not being in the playoffs.